For 15 years, every conversation about electric cars in America has ended at the same wall. I'd buy one, but they're too expensive. And for 15 years, that was simply true. The EV was a luxury product wearing an environmental halo. Gorgeous tech, monster performance, and price tags that required either wealth or a government check to reach. The affordable EV was the industry's flying car, always announced, never parked outside an actual house. This year, the wall cracked. A startup called Slate put a base price of $24,950 on a genuinely new electric pickup, a number that has never existed in the American EV market. Ford answered by aiming its upcoming Fathom truck under 30 grand. And all of it is happening at the exact moment the federal tax credit died and EV sales dropped 20%. Which sounds like a contradiction and is actually the whole story. Today on Vroomly, how the sub-25K electric truck actually got made, the philosophy of deletion behind it, what a real-world buyer needs to know before touching one, and why the cheapest EVs are suddenly the most interesting vehicles in the industry. Let's pop the hood. Part 1. Why cheap EVs didn't exist and what changed. The expensive EV era wasn't a conspiracy, it was arithmetic. Batteries were brutally costly, so manufacturers did the rational thing, wrapped the expensive battery in an expensive car, sold it to early adopters at luxury margins, and let the tax credit bridge the gap for everyone else. The subsidy, ironically, helped keep prices high. Why price a car at 25 grand when the government would help customers pay 32? Then two things happened at once. Battery costs, the core of an EV's price, kept falling year after year, and the tax credit disappeared. Suddenly, every EV in America had to face buyers at its real price. And the 20% sales drop this year is the sound of that reckoning. The marginal buyers left, and the message to automakers became brutally simple: get cheap or get out. Most legacy giants blinked, scaling back their EV programs to hide in profitable gas trucks. The interesting companies did the opposite. They attacked the price. Part 2. The philosophy of deletion. Here's what makes the Slate truck genuinely radical. And it's not the battery. It's what isn't there. No giant touchscreen. Your phone is the screen. No power windows in the base spec. No paint options. It ships in gray wrap-ready panels. 2 seats. Steel wheels. A short list of everything modern cars have spent 20 years bolting on. Deleted on purpose. The philosophy. The modern car didn't get expensive because of what makes it a car. It got expensive because of everything else. The software, the screens, the 17 speakers, the electronic everything. Each item cheap alone, together a 5-figure pile. Slate's bet is that a meaningful number of Americans want the truck part of a truck, at a price that competes with used cars, and will happily skip the spaceship cockpit. It's the same playbook that built the original affordable cars a century ago, and the same one Chinese manufacturers have used to conquer their home market, where EVs now account for roughly 2/3 of new car sales, with genuinely cheap models leading. Ford's sub-30K Fathom exists by Ford's own framing, because Detroit can see those Chinese price tags coming and remembers what happened the last time it ignored cheap competition from abroad. The deletion era has a second beneficiary nobody mentions: repairability. Fewer motorized gadgets means fewer $1,000 failures out of warranty. The stripped EV might quietly be the most durable EV. Part 3. The real buyer briefing. Because Vroomly is for people who actually buy cars, not press releases, here's the honest checklist before a cheap EV goes in your driveway. Range math? Done honestly. Budget EVs hit their prices partly with smaller batteries. That's fine, if your life fits. The average American drives well under 50 miles a day. A modest range EV charged at home covers that with room to spare. But at home is the load-bearing phrase. If you have a garage or driveway outlet, a cheap EV is a near-perfect second car and a very plausible first one. If you street park and depend on public chargers, the math changes honestly. Budget your patience along with your money. And whatever the sticker range says, subtract real-world chunks for highway speeds and winter. Cold is the cheap EV's tax, the features you'll actually miss. Deletion sounds heroic until the first heat wave and a hand crank window. Sit in the base model, spec sheet in hand, and honestly separate what you need from what car marketing taught you to expect. Most people discover the list of true needs is short. Some discover it isn't. Both are valid. Find out before signing. Used EVs just got interesting too. The price war ripples backward. Earlier EVs are hitting the used market at striking prices. One rule if you go there, battery health is the number that matters, not mileage. Get the battery state of health checked. It's the used EV's equivalent of a compression test. And walk from any seller who won't allow it. Total ownership cost matters too. Insurance, charging, tires, and repairs can change the economics of a cheap EV. A low sticker price only matters if it stays affordable to own. Then there's the bigger question. Will buyers still want the stripped-down experience after 6 months? Slate is testing how little car people actually need when the price drops. Resale value and charging access matter too. Home charging makes the case much stronger, while apartment dwellers relying on public chargers face a different equation. If Slate gets this right, other automakers may have to rethink how many screens, sensors, and luxury features buyers actually need. It could push the entire industry toward simpler, cheaper vehicles, but it's still a startup. First-year vehicles carry real risks, and early buyers take them. The real test isn't whether Slate can build a $25,000 EV. It's whether buyers decide they never needed a $50,000 one. Here's where I'll leave you. Every transformative vehicle in history has arrived the same way. Not as the best car, but as the enough car at an impossible price. The one that made the whole category available to people who'd been priced out of it. For 15 years, electric driving was a show happening behind velvet ropes. What this year's price war means, the $24,150 pickup, the sub-30K Ford Answer, the deleted everything philosophy, is that the ropes are coming down, right as the subsidies that excused high prices disappear. The EVs being built now have to win the old-fashioned way, by being worth the sticker. 25 grand, brand new, electric, a truck. Whatever happens to any single company in this race, that number is now real, and numbers like that never go back up for long. The affordable EV was the industry's flying car. Turns out it just needed fewer features and zero excuses. If this one earned a spot in your feed, the next episode covers the other half of the story. The market split behind the price war, record Tesla quarters, and a 20% sales drop at the same time, and what it means for what's on the lot next year. That video's on your screen right now, and the full series is linked in the description below. Subscribe to Vroomly, cars and the industry behind them, without the fluff, every week. And tell me in the comments, $24,950, 2 seats, crank windows, no screen, electric. Is that your next vehicle or a deal-breaker museum piece? Honest split wanted. See you in the next one. Because if simple really is the new affordable, this little truck could force the entire industry to rethink what a car needs to be.